How you doing, bro? So, you're one of the first people I'm telling this to. I haven't really made it public information yet, but a few months ago, I was lucky enough to win a certain competition run by a famous online person, a famous influencer. So he's quite big here in the UK. His name's Diego Day, and he makes like cold approach type content in London. You might know him as the Riz God. That's kind of the name that people know him by. But yeah, so I won this contest. It was obviously a big opportunity for me because ideally he's someone I would like to emulate. He's built up a reputation online as someone who's a fucking professional at what he does, at cold approach, at interacting with women, which is obviously something very desirable. It's something a lot of young guys want to know how to do. And I want to be in that position. I want to know the secrets. So I knew it was something that I was going to have to do, regardless of how uncomfortable that would make me feel. Because I had a hunch we were going to be doing a video together. Basically, he got me down to London to hang out with him and his boys for a couple of hours. That's all he said. But I had a hunch we were going to be doing a video together. And that's quite a daunting prospect if you think about it. I'm kind of a novice when it comes to cold approach. I know a few things that I've picked up here and there from being part of the self-improvement community, but I'm not an expert by any means. And the idea of potentially having to do a video in front of hundreds of thousands of people, that hundreds of thousands of people are going to see online, that's kind of a scary thing. Because cold approach in itself is a scary activity. I think even when no one's watching, that's not something that most guys are going to be comfortable doing. And I also think that's the reason I won this competition, because not that many people entered for that reason. But I'll talk you through it. I got down to London, and turns out we're not filming a video. If I'd have pressed him, I probably could have done one with him, but he just wanted to chill with a fan, kind of show some love. And I've been following him for a while, so definitely a cool opportunity. Definitely a good learning experience for me. But yeah, so he asked me what it is I wanted to get out of that experience. And I said, to be honest, all I want to know is, how are you so good at what you do? I wanted to see the process that goes on behind those videos that's made him such a success online. How has he become so high level at this skill that is so in demand by young men? And so many young men want to know how to do. I wanted to see all the behind the scenes stuff to get an idea of what really goes on, because the few people who I did tell about this, that I was going to go and hang out with him, they immediately wanted to know, okay, tell me if he keeps the same energy in real life. Because a lot of people think the whole thing is staged. All of his interactions, the girls he talks to have been paid off or something. And I can say that's absolutely not true. He's just the same guy as he is in the videos. But I was definitely open to doing some cold approach, and that's what we ended up doing. I went around London, just the busy streets and stuff, with him and his guys. He got a few good clips that ended up going viral, and he just kind of encouraged me whenever the opportunity arose. Stopped me from kind of getting scared. Stopped me getting stuck doing like mental gymnastics, like fucking, what's the word, like just whenever you're thinking about it too much and you just don't take action. He stopped me from being a pussy, basically. And I didn't do too badly for a rookie. I got a few numbers. Hold on, let me catch the light. Yeah, that's good. I got a few numbers, got a few Instagrams out of the experience. So yeah, not too bad. It's something I've got to keep working on. But I wanted to share the value that I got from that experience. Because first of all, one of the most obvious takeaways from that experience, one of my first observations was just the power that having a positive circle around you can make. Imagine if your friend group, instead of taking the piss out of you and making you feel stupid anytime you mess up, like say, imagine I approached this girl and she flat out rejected me and my friends all just laughed. By doing that, they're almost negatively reinforcing that behavior. They're making it seem like if I do this particular course of action, then I'm going to get punished for it. Imagine if instead of doing that, you had a group of guys who positively reinforced that behavior, who even when something went wrong, fucking bigged you up, gassed you up, like tried to make you see the value out of that experience. That was what Diego and his friends were like, not only to me, but to themselves. And I can see that's why he's become so successful, because he has all these positive people around him. Imagine if he hung out with some lame who was like fucking trying to make him feel bad anytime a girl rejected him, which was, by the way, a lot more common than you would think. Probably about 70% of these girls, either the interaction would end within like the first 10 seconds of the conversation, and they realized that he was like trying to put them in a video, or they would just fucking blank him. They would just act like he didn't exist. That's what people don't see. But even when that happens to a guy like Diego, he has his mates who keep him in check, who tell him, look, like, it's gonna happen. Just get on with it. Just fucking move on, like, you're a sick guy. Imagine if friend groups were like that. That's the first observation I made. The power of having that kind of positive space to operate in. All of those guys were just committed to getting better at this one thing, at cold approach. There was no room for negativity in that group. And that's what allowed me to thrive, basically, even as a beginner. I just felt like I instantly fit into that group. I felt like, I don't want to come across as a pussy, but I felt like it was a judgment-free zone, which is what you need. But what I really wanted to talk about was my observations about confidence from that experience. What is true confidence? Because I think I observed what that is in Diego. Diego is obviously one of the most confident people I've ever met. That's not an understatement. But you wouldn't be wrong to assume that that's just his natural extroversion. That he has something going for him, like, he's obviously good looking, but he has something that sets him apart from the average guy. Something that makes him naturally more successful at cold approach. And really that's not the case, because behind all of these viral videos, I got to see, one, the amount of times he gets rejected, regardless of how good he is, and two, there's years and years of practice that have gone in to getting to where he is. There's so much experience that he's drawing upon. The reason he does well isn't because he's extroverted or he goes for goals that are easy or something like that. He's not in this really out of reach place for the average guy. Most people can attain that level of confidence, but it's about learning to rely on something more than conventional confidence. That's what I wanted to talk about. Diego has something that I would call unconditional confidence. That's what I've observed in him. Because confidence can be conditional. It can go away depending on the situation, and it can come back in certain environments. To give you an example, you might be the biggest guy in the gym, and that's an environment that you naturally feel comfortable in. And fair enough, you've earned it. It's somewhere that you know very well. You've kind of earned the right to feel big in that environment. But the biggest guy in the gym doesn't necessarily feel big when he's talking to women or interacting with strangers. He's not that guy in that environment. He's not 100% confident doing that. From what I observed from Diego, just some of the notes I've been making, unconditional confidence is being able to go into a situation that you can't really prepare for, like a cold approach. That situation isn't going to be 100% similar every single time. Like, sure, some things might carry over, but every conversation is different. You can't prepare it completely for something as random as that. But when you're unconditionally confident, you have this trust in yourself that you're going to make it through. You trust yourself to be able to perform. The reason Diego was able to throw himself into these situations that most guys would be scared of is because he doesn't give a fuck about the outcome. He just doesn't care. He knows he's going to be alright either way. Now, something I wanted to say is, I think we need to stop relying on experience when it comes to confidence, because obviously experience is kind of like a foundation for confidence. Like when you start a skill, you're never going to be particularly good at it in the beginning, and you learn confidence through experiences and getting better, like feeling like you're competent at this particular thing. Like public speaking, you start out kind of stammering over your words and being afraid of crowds, but eventually with enough rehearsing, you're able to pull off the presentation. But there's always going to be situations in life that you can't prepare for. You can't fucking learn a script for word. And Cold Approach is the perfect example of that, really. Like, every conversation is going to look a little bit different, and you have to learn to adapt to that. I watched this guy Diego just flow with every single interaction he had, if that makes sense. He learned to adapt based on the circumstances, what was going on in our environment, what type of energy he was getting from the girl. Obviously, he's not going to go and make an effort to talk to them if they look like they just want to be left alone, because like he doesn't want to have any type of fucking accusations or anything like that. But yeah, so I'll give you an example. Like, it might sound a bit cheesy, but we went to this kind of busy London square, and there was a band performing live music, and he just went up to this girl without any hesitation and said, "Oh, I booked this band for our first date." So I know that might come across as a bit cheesy, but that's a perfect example of it. That's a perfect example of flowing with the situation, being a bit spontaneous, not going in with a script in your head, not going out with this set piece that you're just going to recite to the girl, because that's the thing most people struggle with Cold Approach. They go in with this specific piece that they're going to say to this girl, and then when it comes to it, because they're trying to remember so many words at a time, they fuck it up, or they just come to the end of the script and it's just like awkward silence. Like that's almost what my first few attempts looked like, and Diego was desperately trying to get me to kind of drop that. He said, "This is what you got to do. You just got to kind of feed off of whatever energy the girl is giving you." And I think, as difficult as that is, it is something that can be learned. This unconditional confidence can be learned through that. So I wrote down a few notes about why I think Diego was so successful based on what I observed from him, why he's been able to rise to the top in this particular skill, and also what it takes to learn this skill of unconditional confidence. Fucking hell, there was a bee just landed on my crotch, bro. This is why I don't like filming outside. Yeah, so how do we learn this skill of unconditional confidence? I think the reason Diego has succeeded so much is because of his mindset. He doesn't take things seriously at all. I know that's not always the best way to go about like social interactions. Like, if it's something casual, then yeah, it's gonna work, but not if you're meeting the fucking King of England. But in most cases like that, like Cold Approach scenarios, the girl doesn't want someone coming over who looks really fucking stern and serious. She wants someone who's gonna make her laugh, who's gonna put her at ease, because it's probably like somewhat intimidating if I were to put myself in the shoes of a girl, to have some guy like causing the scene, like trying to like film you or whatever. He's got to do that, to get away with that, he's got to be able to make him laugh and put them at ease, basically. He made jokes. He wasn't afraid to show this, like a flawed version of himself. He wasn't afraid to be cheesy or make himself look a bit stupid. Honestly, he told me that was part of his strategy. He said, there's millions of guys out here approaching these girls, just saying like the most generic like pickup lines, like pretending to be all alpha and serious. They probably have many guys coming up to them like every single day, just trying the same thing, like, "Oh, hey B, can I get your number? I thought you looked good." Just like really serious stuff like that. And then those guys might secure the details, but like they don't get the date. Diego said his approach is kind of the opposite of that. It's like if he says something stupid or makes himself look like a bit of an idiot, but he makes her laugh, when he drops the text, hey, do you want to go out for a date? They're gonna remember that and they're gonna laugh. They're gonna remember, like, they're gonna be like, oh, it's this fucking guy. So that's part of it. Just fucking don't take yourself so seriously. You just kind of gotta flow with the situation. And yeah, just be spontaneous. Just have a laugh with it. It's not the end of the world if she rejects you. I know that's kind of easier said than done, but I'd say you also have to be on self-improvement. If you're one of those guys who can't even like do one attempt, he can't even approach one girl because he's so caught up in the cycle of, oh, will she reject me? Oh, it's not worth it. What's the point? I think it would be worth hopping on self-improvement and improving your mindfulness. If you're the type of individual who is quite mindful, kind of is aware of what's going on in his head, any limiting beliefs, I think that's a very good way of overcoming those particular objections. It might sound a bit rich coming from me, but stop relying on online theories and fucking just people telling you what to do. Just go out and experience it for yourself, especially with something like cold approach. Less is more. You're not able to be spontaneous if you have that fucking whole paragraph of a script inside your head that you just plan on reciting to that girl. You're not actually going to get all your words out. You're just going to stumble over it and run into some awkward silence. That's not going to work. So just fucking get out there and live your life. Just fucking try something bold. Go and speak to that girl. Like I said towards the beginning of the video, this is probably the final tip. If you encounter a group of people who you identify this unconditional confidence in, who are fucking elite at socializing, at talking to girls, it could be something different, just any type of, they're very good at any type of experience that relies upon this type of confidence that you can't prepare for. If I got my words out right then. Yeah, if provided these people are people you would want to hang around with, they're nice people, I think you should embrace people like that. Because when you're in that positive space, when you're around those types of people who are going to gas you up even when you fail, that's a very powerful thing. You're going to learn very fast. You're going to very quickly become like them. So I think that's the full extent of my advice today. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.